Welcome to On the Docket, your front row seat to justice in action. All defendants are innocent until proven guilty.
Good afternoon. Are you Marie Heninger?
Yes, sir.
All right. This is Judge Middleton. I'm here at the courthouse. Also
Yep.
present is Mr. Larry Wescombe from the Public Defender Office. It's been a while since you've been here, and
Yes, sir.
I want to get a little history about what's transpired, but let's go back to the beginning.
Okay.
I thought this was in my queue. You were charged in November of 22, almost 2 years ago, with possession of methamphetamine and retail fraud. You were, I believe, at the Walmart store. Yeah. And I'm not sure, you and a co-defendant, Mr. Smart, got pulled over and they found some property in your car, which was alleged to be stolen. They found a small amount of methamphetamine. You were charged with possession of methamphetamine and retail fraud. Luke Knopfinger was appointed to represent you. The matter was set for a pre-exam conference. I spent a lot of time talking with you in August of 2023. You at that time had been in jail for about 8 months. You had a charge in Berrien County, Michigan, Elkhart County, Indiana, St. Joseph County, Indiana, and LaPorte County, Indiana. You were brought here at that time from Indiana. The prosecutor offered to reduce this to misdemeanor charges of retail fraud and attempted use of methamphetamine. We tried to take a plea.
It was my understanding that it was just a usage, misdemeanor usage.
Yes, use of methamphetamine and retail fraud. And we didn't get the plea done because you didn't acknowledge that you had taken anything. So the earlier plea. So you called on August 29th, said you couldn't get here.
Yes.
So we waited 48 hours and then you never came back, and then we issued a bench warrant, and apparently in the meantime you got arrested in another county. So in August of last year you were out, and then you didn't show up on August 29th. And then what happened since then?
When you had released me, because you OR'd me, said that you couldn't keep me for something that
Yes.
couldn't use me for something I hadn't done. I had spoke with my lawyer, I believe the night prior and the morning of court, because I lived in Michigan City, and told him that I asked to do Zoom. I asked for a new court date. I told him that my ride hadn't showed, that because I don't drive, I don't have a car. I lived however far away. I did speak with him, and after that court date, I was never able to get a hold of him again. I had tried to contact him. I had left messages. He never called me back or gave me any information on what had happened that day. Since then,
Well, then apparently somewhere you got picked up again in Indiana.
No, I had probation after I left here. I had been locked up, like you said, for 8.5 months. While I was incarcerated, I had probation to attend to in Elkhart. They violated my probation because I was supposed to contact them after my Laporte hold was up, regardless of whether I was here, because I was here. When I contacted them after I left here, they had already issued me a default on my probation because I should have contacted them while I was in here. I just left Elkhart. I have been locked up since February 10th of this year. I just left Elkhart, finishing out that probation sentencing, and have been accepted into a treatment program that begins. I got a bed. The judge actually let me 2 weeks, released me 2 weeks early so I could come and take care of these proceedings
All right.
because I
So,
have a treatment.
What county is that?
That's Elkhart County. That is, I did have St. Joseph. St. Joseph dropped my charges. They dropped my charges while I was incarcerated there in February. I was there for 3 months. I went to Elkhart because of my probation violation. Elkhart gave me the 3-month credit from South Bend. So I have been there until just this past 13th when I went to court, and I've been on hold for you ever since.
All right, so you were in jail from sometime September, August of last year till now?
I was released from here. When I was released from here, I was not incarcerated until February 10th. I didn't get in any more trouble. I just violated my probation from being incarcerated.
All right, so I released you in August of 23. So you've been in custody in Indiana since February of 2024.
I've been incarcerated since February of 2024, yes.
Yes. What was that date again? February 9th?
February, it could have been the 9th. I'm in my mind, it's the 10th.
All right, 2024. And then you were brought from Elkhart back here on these charges.
Yes, sir.
Medical insurance?
Excuse me, I had to sneeze. Excuse me. You told me you had some kids. Where are your children?
I have children that are older.
Okay,
I have grandchildren. I don't recall telling you, I do have 3 children. They are 35,
but they're
33,
grown.
and 21. They are not at home.
All right, well, I would like to get this case back on track as soon as possible. There were misdemeanor plea offers. You were willing to, I guess, to admit on the methamphetamine charge. However, you wouldn't admit to any knowledge of the stolen stuff. And they alleged that you had stolen earbuds and some other stuff. So,
That's Mr. Smart.
yes, I'm gonna set this for a pre-exam for the very first day I can set it, which is next Tuesday, November 26th at 8:30. I don't even know if Mr. Knopfinger is available, but we're going to hope that he is. I had the staff calling to see whether he was going to be available, but I don't want you to sit till the next date, which is December 3rd.
Thank you. I don't want to either. I have a program to go to on December 2nd. I have to be there by noon.
What my hope would be perhaps is they could work out a misdemeanor plea. You could get a sentence that would allow you to go back to Indiana and start your treatment. The bugaboo is, I didn't believe you when you said you weren't involved in the theft at all. You had the earbuds in your ear. It was packaging all over it.
That is absolutely not true. They were in his lap, and when he got out of the car, they fell out on the ground, I do believe. I had a phone cell phone I bought.
Ma'am, you need
Yeah,
to
I
stop making
thought,
statements.
yeah, this is Mr. Wescombe from my recollection is they fell out off of you, but maybe it's been a while since I've looked at this. At any rate, we need to get this to court as soon as we can. You've been
Okay.
clean for almost 10 months, February 2 to 11, 9 months anyway. But you
Yes.
got out in August of 23, and then I don't know where you were between then and February, but apparently it wasn't going real well. So the bond was set at $2,500 cash or surety. And I'm going to leave it at that. You were out from at least August to February without ever coming back over here. I waited a while. And yeah, we don't do criminal cases by Zoom for the most part. If you get charged with a felony, at least you ought to be present in court. But I don't want to leave you just sitting in our jail. My hope is on Tuesday, maybe they can work out an agreement. We can fashion a sentence that'll let you go back to Indiana.
Okay.
All right, very good. Either me or Judge Patterson will see you next Tuesday morning. We'll notify Mr. Knopfinger that you are in custody. All right,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Larry.